Welcome back, viewers. The ED has made a stunning and a gigantic cash haul in Jharkhand. Money the agency estimates could run up to 30 crore rupees, and that's still being counted. This haul has made, has been made from searches on the aid of a personal secretary and the domestic help of this personal secretary of Jharkhand Minister Alamgir. We have pieced together the connections in the latest cash haul, and the ED estimates that the money and nexus involved is even larger than what we see on the screens. This action by ED stems from the arrest of a water department engineer, Virendra Ram, last year. There are raids which are undergoing at about half a dozen locations which are linked to the arrested Virendra Ram and people who are close to him, including at premises linked to many politicians. The cash haul you see is from the domestic help of Jharkhand Minister Alamgir's personal secretary, Sanjeev Lal. Now, the larger nexus is detailed in the ED's remand note for Virendra Ram, who was an engineer in the Jharkhand Water Department and whose arrest had opened a can of worms which had led to politicians and bureaucrats coming under the radar. The ED purportedly found huge amounts of money and cash on bank accounts of Virendra Ram's relatives. That was including a 9.3 crore rupee in a joint account in his name and 4.5 crore rupees in his father's name, that is Genda Ram's account. The ED has named a CA who used to allegedly handle this money, which was meant to purchase posh South Delhi properties. The ED also says that, however, the father, that is Genda Ram, has denied knowledge of any such large amounts being accumulated in his amounts. The amount in the accounts, rather, was allegedly transferred from two firms. That's what the ED says. Virendra Ram has allegedly told ED that he would receive 0.3% cut from tenders, and that was used, or which was rather used for using of vehicles of these contractors for about 2 years. This commission may be distributed even higher up, usually in cash, and highly placed bureaucrats and politicians are also believed to be involved as per the ED. All right, Bhavtosh is joining us live on the broadcast. Bhavtosh, this is a stunning and sensational cash haul, to say the least. We just ran our viewers through the backgrounder of the case, and we'll be discussing that in detail. But take us through the money which has been recovered by the ED till now and what's happening on ground at the moment.
Well, as far as the cash seizure is concerned, ED carried out raids and searches in at least 6 to 8 locations. And what officials have said is that they have called in bank officials as well as paramilitary forces at premises where this cash has been seized. Anywhere between 20 to 30 crore rupees or even upwards 30 crore rupees have been seized. And this massive cash was detected at the premise linked to the domestic help of the personal secretary of the concerned minister. Now, obviously, actually, it cannot be that of the domestic help, and the finger is pointing towards the personal secretary. Personal secretary's salary would not be that high that he can accumulate such huge amount of cash. In any way, keeping this amount of cash is also illegal. So, when the ED had carried out investigation in this case, that of Virendra Kumar, it was already very clear that that he was working at the instructions at the behest of bureaucrats as well as politicians. And after carrying out investigation for over 14 to 15 months, ED has detected this huge amount of cash. Whether it is linked to politicians or whether it is linked to a cabal of politicians as well as that of bureaucrats, we will come to know in days to come. But huge amount of cash has been recovered just days before Jharkhand would be going to polls. And this has obviously led to a war of words between the ruling dispensation in the state as well as between BJP and Jharkhand Mukti Morcha.
Absolutely, and Bhavtosh,
Kane, sir, your dinner.
On a tile? It's antibacterial.
Scratch resistant also.
The plates? Kane bhai, it's a tile ad.
IM Plus टेक्नोलॉजी से बने वर्ल्ड क्लास टाइल्स। टाइल हो तो सिंपल हो।